Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. So, new update. As you can see, update 53. I'm going to take a look at the patch notes. Now, I have read these already. I've even looked in game. Yeah. You watch my videos, you know how I tend to go on things, and yeah, pretty much normal here. So, Legacy Part 2. I'm sure thinking so. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I'm sure thinking so makes it easier for you to regenerate at night. At a night. I am sure thinking so makes it easier for you to regenerate a night. Wow. Either I'm terrible with words or that sentence just doesn't make sense to me. Probably that I'm terrible with words. Between leaving Voyager after her rejection by Starfleet and her time with the Fenris Rangers, Seven travels across the galaxy, an outsider, an object both of fear and fascination, acting as a lone troubleshooter, helping those hurt, bullied, or repressed by greater forces, powerful and cruel enemies intent on walking over anyone who stands between them and their greed. But Seven is not fully alone. The Borg version of herself still exists inside her mind, a constant prodding, superior voice accompanying her wherever she goes, making Seven's complex internal struggle with her own identity even harder as it belittles her desire to embrace her humanity in a universe that seems to want to deny it. It is a pursuit motivated by ego, therefore devoid of altruism and ultimately selfish in nature, in which case I conclude your humanity is indeed intact. Well, we're talking about 7 of 9 here. Just think about what that means. Well, right here you see that. Legacy Part 2, continued Picard, the show, themed arc. New ship, the Titan A. Not the Titan A. So confused. I must not be that big a Star Trek fan. New fleet commander, 7 of 9. I read that and I just thought, well, it doesn't make sense. Like, why is she a fleet commander? I mean, don't you usually go from like subordinate on a ship or a space station maybe, then like the captain of it, and then maybe a fleet commander or admiral? Just feel like she's gone straight to fleet commander. Maybe it's because back in my day, TV shows had like 30 episodes a season, and now all of a sudden they only have like 8. It feels like you're not spending enough time with the character. And I'm not saying that her character isn't worthy of it. I just feel like it just doesn't feel like she's been on screen that much. Also, 3 new officers, a refit for the Mantis, yay, and much more. Yeah, okay. New ship, Titan A. Titan A. Okay. Two powerful active abilities, fortification and max fortification. Okay. Not really sure why it needs to be 2. Why not just 1? Seems slightly odd. They can target your own ships and up to 13 Alliance member ships in the same system. Think about that. 13. Why would you need... First of all, why is it only 13? I mean, that's like 15% of how many is going to be in alliances. Well, I mean, at least my alliance anyway. Why 13? Like, the most you can have in an armada so far anyway is 7. So, are they intending this for territory battles? Doesn't sound great. Not only do you have your normal ships in there, but now you have buff ships, another buff ship. Increasing the number of ships in systems for territory battles, that sounds terrible. Hell, most systems can't handle that many ships to begin with. Let's add some more. And something you have to actually do while your ship is in there. Like, you have to press a button to activate it. But is it going to work with all the lag that I'm sure is going to happen? However, continue on with this. Me reading the patch notes. Fortifying can give you increase to critical damage, and other benefits that you will have to do in the Starship tree. So it sounds like the additional benefits are the researchers from the tree, but the critical damage and the damage are coming just from the ability by itself. So here you go. Fortification, critical damage increased by 25%. Max fortification, you get fortification plus another 250% damage. Okay, I mean, Titan will be available for 37 and above. Sorry, for 36 and below. Here you go, some background information on it. How do you add it to your fleet? To build the Titan, you must have shipyard at 37 and certain reputation with the X-Borg. What does it say? Tolerated with the X-Borg. So, while I'm not that excited about the ship, at least there is a free-to-play path already. I have been in game. There's already a little spot where you can collect Titan blueprints in the Borg faction store. Why is it a great addition to your fleet? Well, the two abilities that I already talked about. It will provide increased combat sets for various activities, like hostile hunting, PvP, territory capture, armada, etc. Sure, why they needed to tell us that. This is interesting. Apparently, one of the researchers is going to give you... I think I looked at it. Can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was something with the shot reduction that the Mantis does to you or the round associated with that. It's supposed to counter you being Mantised. A little bit anyway. And then there are daily goals and such. Fleet Commander skill points. That's cool. I don't care about that. Here's some abilities under Titan's Aegis. Not sure exactly what that word means. Passive ability. Ability increases the number of Alliance ships affected by the active ability depending on the Titan level. So that's what it meant by up to 13 Alliance ships. You have to tier it up and then level it up, and you'll get more. You're probably starting at like 1. Fortification, already talked about that, 25 damage. Plus, you get whatever research you have done. So if somebody Titans you, it's based on your research. Max fortification, same thing, except another 250% damage. This Doojabob stuff, radioactive Titanite. Oh. Doesn't exactly tell you what that is. I mean, is it for the ability or is it like the hull fragments? Doesn't say. But I'm going to say Titanite is probably to activate the ability. Now, here you go. Fortified and max fortified rules. This state is applied to all ships which belong to the activating player in the system. The state is applied to some Alliance ships. The number of ships determined by the tier of the Titan A applying the state. Alliance ships are selected based on attack stat higher first. If an Alliance ship is already in one of these states, it is skipped. If one of the player's own ships is already in one of these states, the duration is refreshed. That's interesting. So it sounds like, well, I guess that makes sense, because if you can boost 13 of your alliance mates, you have to click each individually one. You just press the button, it sounds like anyway. You just press the button and it automatically detects their ships and enhances them. That's okay. Research, talked about a little bit. We'll get more information later. Be attained by, yeah. Okay, here you go. Titan A parts. So that Titanite was to activate the ability. Titan A parts, that's what they're calling them. That's what you get to upgrade to Titan. Important notes, the active abilities can apply to your ship without factoring to... Both of the abilities can only be used undocked ships, so can't use it in dock. Amount of fleet commander junk will increase with the tier. And a research node to increase the warp range. Okay. Cool. New fleet commander, 7 of 9. Go over her stuff later at some point because they don't seem to have a list here. That's fine. I mean, it'd be a lot of stuff to list. She has 3 research trees, if you will. Supposedly some synergy with the Titan. New officers. Epic officer. Pick Riker. God, I hate that. Of course they kept doing that. Why does it have to be Pick Riker? Can it not just be Riker? How about Captain Riker? Old Man Riker. However, he's essentially a carbon copy of Pick Admiral Picard. Captain ability, except it's burning. Captain ability is burning instead of morale. So, however, and this is the same too, except when you're fighting battleships. Yay, another wharf. I mean, looks great. And again, almost a carbon copy. Except the captain ability is hull breach. And the officer ability is when you're fighting player interceptors. I'm going to make that PvP officers for the officer ability anyway. Oh, wait, yeah. For the captain ability, too. So, they're all only good in PvP. New rare officer, Dixon Hill. Alright. I mean, sure. Not a terrible idea. I guess I'm just not happy with the whole thing overall. It just seems ridiculous. Dixon Hill. Wait, okay. Officer ability and below deck ability. Officer ability. When defending a mining node, reduce the opponent's shield mitigation every round by X%. And here are the numbers here. Not that much. This is the one you're really going to like. I think anyway. At least it seems nice. Below deck ability. Digging in the dirt. Increase mining speed by Y%. Here you go. Here are the speeds down here. That's nice. Increase mining speed from below deck. That's cool. New missions. Yay. New refit. For the Mantis. Increase refinery payout for synthetic ion and hull fragments by 30%. I don't know about you, but paying for a refit and it's only going to get you another 30% just doesn't seem like enough to me. By all means, make these refits, charge people for them. Makes perfect sense. You got to make money. But 30%, that's it? I mean, there's a prime for hull fragments. There's a prime for hull fragments. You could just get that. New researches. 1 prime node and 15 nodes for the Titan. 3 new researches for the Cerritos. I've looked at it. It's crit chance, damage, and mitigation. Crit chance sounds nice. The other 2, meh. Like, we already got those, but okay. Whatever. I mean, combat trait. Explore Reckoning. Explore Wrecking. Increase weapon damage by 300% when fighting player explorers. Look for the battleship and the interceptor ones come out soon. New battle pass. Like I said, I've looked in game. I looked at the battle pass. I may actually not buy the battle pass. It just doesn't look good to me. I mean, I look at it and I see like there's nothing in it. Okay. Oh, look, new frames and pictures. Kitty Cat, Worf, Riker, 7 of 9, Titan, Dixon Hill, Chateau Picard. Yay. Frames. Dixon Hill frame. Put a little hat, little suit collar on your frame. Yeah. Bug fixes. Wow, a whole lot of bug fixes and improvements. Well, I barely looked at these. Is there anything actually important? Not sure what that. I don't even have Locutus, so I don't even know. The base. Oh, supposedly there was a mission, Evolution, where it was, donate 5 million to lithium. It's 40 million. Or did you gain the lithium? You probably had it. Yeah, you probably had to donate it. That's cool. Fix an issue where the Titan A, where the cargo and protected cargo did not increase from tier 10, tier 11, tier 12. Wow. How did you screw that up? And how did we not notice it? I, I haven't noticed it. Shit's been out for 2 years. How have I not noticed it? And how's it still a problem 2 years later? Wow. uh, wow. An issue in the event Plunders of War. The user is unable to score in the event. Okay, so they fixed that. Cool. Hailing frequency text more concise. Targetable ship activation buttons. Oh. No, I don't know. I don't have any of those. Okay. Came to the end of the thing. Wow. I don't know. It's just me, but I'm not. Just not too impressed. What is the thing? There it is. Yeah, I'm not that impressed on the surface anyway. We'll get into the month and we'll see how it goes. Now, one piece of good news, because all of this was bad news as far as I'm concerned. Event store. There is an event store up. From what I see, it looks like a regular 4-month event store. There are some new things in there. I'll go over the event store later, but there's currency in the battle pass. There's, the mission event, the event where you do the missions. That's event store currency. So it doesn't look like one of the mini ass event stores, like for a holiday or something to the fact. It looks like the larger quarterly or thirdly event store. So that's good news. Not that I don't think there's shit missing from it, but however, I guess I'm just in a bad mood today. Whew. Comment below. Are you excited for the Titan A? Still can't get over that. Maybe also add that in the comment. Am I just a weirdo? I think it's wrong that it's not the Titan. Why is it the Titan A and not the Titan? Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.